Hi guys, welcome back to a brand new video. This is my Minecraft Cottagecore series. For the mods and resource pack that I use, all information is in the description box. This episode is the continuation of my last Cottagecore video, and I want to thank all of you who supported that last episode. I didn't think it would have positive results since I was gone for a long time, but it did went well. So thank you so much. So let's start this episode, and what you see in the background is what we are going to be building this time. It's a couple of cottages. First, I started making a path connecting the first build to the spot where the second cottage will be. Then the rain god visited us again. And this time I started by placing the wooden posts and connect all of them together until I have a complete frame. But I did change its size later on because the first one is a bit small. And then I started covering the floor with oak planks, followed by setting all the posts up. Then I used the bone block to cover the wall. It has this dirty white texture that I like, and it makes the build look like it has been built for a long time, even though it's just a couple of minutes ago. And then this build also have a balcony, but I decided to work on it later and focus on the main structure. For this cottage, I used the same A-frame shape roof design, so it will have connection with the first cottage. And it's going to be the same for this town, I think. I'm going to be using the same roof over and over. And I used the spruce plank for the trim and mangrove plank to cover the entire roof. These are the variants of the mangrove, the strip plank, and then the regular plank. And then for the balcony, I chose the crimson slab and paired it with the spruce slab for the trim. And for the design of the roof, I choose the smooth slope. And then after that, I added a large window to the main structure, and I didn't realize that the roof was uneven. But it was one block more to the right. But I did fix that later on. Then I started covering the rest of the wall. After that, I added in the minor details on the windows. I put all of these pop-up designs. And I also love using barrels to add some textures to the build. The barrel sort of breaks the monotone color of whatever block I use to build the house. It creates contrast when it comes to the colors. And then I also added in some of the trapdoors from spruce to oak trapdoor to add in some details on the build. Then after that, I added in the chimney. I used the regular brick variants. Then I work on the inside of the house. For the windows, I used the same tinted glass that I used on the first cottage. Then I added in the fireplace right where the chimney is located. And then the stairs going to the attic. And I also added another big windows on the other side of the roof to add some details, otherwise it would look plain. With that, the house is complete, and I then added in the furnitures. These are CIT resource packs, by the way. It's from Mizuno 16 and Hananacraft. They are great when it comes to adding extra details to your build, and I love using them. With the house complete, I then went on to the second build, and that is the stone like right behind the house. This is a 2-layer. I wanted to have a different elevation. For this build, I used the stone brick. With the elevation done, I made the stairs to connect the 2 deck. I also used the same materials. I then went on and improved the texture by replacing some of the blocks. I used the cobblestone blocks. And then I added some mossy variants. Then I put some moss and flowers to add colors to the build. I put some flower pots and sea pickles for minor details. After that, I went on and add the flowers and foliage at the windows and around the house. After that, I went on and add the flowers and foliage at the windows and around the house. They just make the build comes alive. Then I also added in some stones and fences besides the path. And this is the result with all the flowers and foliage added. I think that it captures the cottagecore vibe. For the third build, I decided to add a small cottage right behind the house, and I don't know the name of this cottage, but I saw it in some English period movie. I think it's in Ireland. I'm not sure. And of course, it doesn't actually look like this in the real life, but the design is similar. And even though it is small, I was able to pack it with lots of details, and it came out quite cute, I think. Yes, and I added in this chimney beside the windows, and then started doing some terraforming and adding some flowers. More flowers. For the fourth build, I decided to add another custom tree, and this time it's a spruce tree, but I did use oak leaves and regular azalea leaves, so I think it's a hybrid. I don't know. And then the design was simple. You just make a pointy looking tree and cover it with some leaves, and that's it. You have a spruce tree. Like I said, I don't have a prepared style when building a custom tree. I just kinda go with the flow, keep adding and replacing the blocks until I get the shape that I want. also added some vines, glowberries, and I also hang some lantern on the tree. And that's it. The tree is done. And I then added some more flowers and leaves on the base of the tree. Couple of fences, and that's it. And with that, this episode is complete. And yes, thank you so much for watching, guys. And I do hope to see you again on the next one. So it's been some fun. But for now, this is JoneyMoon signing off and saying goodbye.